think about why we follow people. Like this person here, I'm going to follow this person. I'm going to do what they say. I'm going to help them. I'm going to ride with them. Possibly risk my life. Maybe just, give them my time, depending on the circumstance. Because there's a lot of different ways we follow people. I think about it a lot. And I learned a lot from Dad about leadership when he was in the Navy. He would tell me all the lessons he learned when he was in the Navy. He ended up being a Master Chief Petty Officer, which was the highest ranking non commissioned officer. Enlisted man, in other words. The highest ranking enlisted man. So he was a leader of people. And then the officers, sometimes an officer would come in and be like, 22 years old, just fresh out of West Point, already a junior lieutenant or whatever, like the lowest ranking commissioned officer. And he's expected to give orders. Meanwhile, he's dealing with Dad, who has been in the Navy maybe 15 years, has 15 years of experience. This guy just came out of West Point. He outranks Dad. He's giving Dad orders. The smart people in his situation, the West Point kid, will lean on Dad and say, look, you have all this experience. Here's what I want. How do you think we should accomplish this? And then Dad would tell him, okay, let's do this. These are the orders or whatever. Rather than just coming in and saying, I know more than you because I'm a lieutenant and you're just an E8, bad leadership. But anyway, I learned a lot from leadership from Dad, but also from my own experience. I was a leader for a while, when I was in independent filmmaking. And I was also a follower, like I would go on somebody else's set, and sometimes I would just be the assistant cameraman. Okay, we're going to pull focus, we're going to rack focus here. He's got two places. You move from here to here when they say this line of dialogue. And that would be my job. Lowest person on the set, right? I enjoyed that, actually. Just, I have no responsibility. I'm just trying to move a dial on a camera. That's all I'm doing. So I can follow as well as lead. But here's the thing. When we're kids, we're not looking for anything from leadership other than like this person has the strongest personality and we're friends, so we're going to follow them. Hey, let's go to Kmart today. Okay, all of us, we walk over to Kmart. We're going to play tag in the store. And we're trying to, we used to do this, we would play tag, but like we're trying to not be obvious and not let anybody know what we're doing. It was like a slow moving walking tag. I don't want to get caught in the weeds here, but typically I was the leader in those situations because I had a creative mind. I could come up with stories. We're gonna play guns. Okay, here's the scenario. You're the bad guy. I'm a good guy. There's a bank. You're trying to rob it. You be the clerk. You be the security guard. I just had the ideas, and then we would enact these scenarios, and they would contribute, of course. But like I was the person that had the original story idea because I was a storyteller. So that's the only reason I was leader was because I had the story ideas. But when you're that age, when you're a kid, you follow people because you like them. You don't follow them because they're good leaders. It's arbitrary. And so I feel like that's where we are with this crew. Because I mentioned before, Luffy is a terrible leader. He's a terrible captain. He's constantly endangering the crew for what? For adventure. Which is a pretty ridiculous reason to risk your life. They are risking their life. They're possibly going to die because they wanted to see a sky island. Don't get me wrong. I love it. And I love that this is what initiates adventures. They're not looking for gold. Hey, let's get rich. This is a much better motivation than most motivations. But if it's you and me and we're out there and it's like our lives are literally at risk, it's a stupid reason to risk your life. It really is. We can at least understand money because you need money to keep living. Adventure isn't what feeds your soul, but it's not going to feed your body. Like you still need to make money at some point. So that's the thing. They're not following him because he's competent. They're following him because he's friends. They're friends with him. Now, also, he's a very strong fighter, so I think that helps. I don't think Zoro would follow somebody who was a physical coward or who was terrible at fighting. I just don't think he would. So that's part of it, even if they were friends, right? So that's part of it. He's their best fighter just because he has the magic powers, but also because he's so stubborn and he won't give up. That's what I love about him. But as we get older, like being friends isn't a reason to follow somebody. You're gonna need somebody to be. You either follow people because they're competent, they're really good at what they're doing, they know what they're doing, and they can take you to the promised land, whatever that is. If we're in an apocalypse scenario, they can find a place for you to be safe and cared for. If we're out here like in the real world, you know, that like if they're the captain of the fishing boat, you're gonna get back in one piece. He knows what he's doing, or whatever. Like he's the head of his shipping company. He's a competent person, and so that's why you follow him. Or there's a monetary aspect to it. Like your boss is an idiot, but you follow them because you want to get paid, and the stakes are not that high. Like if you're at a box making company and he's a terrible leader, then you know the company loses money, but you don't lose money. Now you're irritated because he's a terrible leader, and you'd like to be productive, more productive than you are, but you're there for a paycheck. You're following him for a monetary reason, or maybe you're following somebody because you're afraid. Like you're afraid of what happens if you quit, or you're physically afraid of him. Again, apocalyptic scenario or something. As adults, the older we get, the more complicated the reasons are for why we follow somebody. Sometimes it can just be simply loyalty. Like you saved my ass this time 20 years ago, and now I'm loyal to you because you saved my ass. I can never repay that debt, so that's why I'm still with you. It gets much more complicated, much more nuanced the older we get. And I wonder, are we going to explore that at all in this show? I don't think so. But it would be interesting with as many episodes as we got. As they get older, as they get more mature, as they go through more, will the reasons they follow Luffy become more complicated? Or is it just going to be we're friends, so we're following each other? Is anybody ever going to leave the crew because Luffy is incompetent? Will he become competent? These are all questions that we answer, but these are things I think about because, again, I try to deconstruct everything. And this is a 20-year-old anime, and maybe they'd never go that deep. They weren't trying to back then. Like, if you look at 80s television, it was so Monster of the Week formatted, and like you could have trauma one week and they just never bring it up again. A guy be kidnapped close to death, relive the suicide of his mother. Next week, it's a tee hee ha ha giggle episode. We're having fun. They never went anywhere. They didn't explore anything deeper than the episode you were in. And that was always frustrating. Me as a kid, that was frustrating. It's like, man, I wish I would like talk about this. In real life, we have this traumatic thing 2 weeks ago. We're going to talk about it again. It's going to come up. It'll inform our future decisions. In 80s and 90s television, just didn't do that for the most part. This still feels like a product of that time period, and anime is its own thing. It's not American television, but so far I'm not seeing any sign that they're trying to go that deep, like explore why people are following him and will they get frustrated and stop following him. Nico Robin could be our entryway into that. Why is she with him? Really, why is she with him? She doesn't just need to ride. What is going on with her? They're keeping her in the background. Vivi had a lot more to do by now and was actually driving some of the plot. Nico isn't. Now, she's been damn useful and she's saved pretty much everybody at one time or another has been saved by her. And she's overpowered. But why is she following Luffy? Because they're not friends. So that's interesting. Then again, Luffy isn't somebody that gives a lot of orders either. He's like, we're going to do this. We're going to this island. But when we get there, he's not like, okay, you two stay with the ship. You get supplies. You start cooking. Me and then you two come with me and we're going to explore. He doesn't do that. He just, I'm going to do this, and then people decide what they want to do. So he's kind of a hands-off leader. So maybe that helps him be a leader. It helps him not like suffocate people with his incompetence. So that's the hands-off approach. I think is a big part of it too. Like if he was constantly barking orders at Nico and she didn't respect his leadership, I don't think she'd be there. So there's that. So this is all the stuff that's swirling around in my mind, just so you know. All right, you know where we are. You know where we're going. 3, 2, 1. The Illusion Force. I don't think we've heard that name before. At least I haven't. Yeah, he kicked their asses. Knock the F out. Yeah. Impressive indeed. It is impressive. Thank you. Yeah. What an a-hole. He is kicking your ass. Should have got big sooner. Man, they lost their mast. This is not good. I ain't offering nothing. Eat my furry ass. Ow. He's, he's coming for you. Yeah. So, the bird seems happy. Wish I understood his obsession with birds. I guess it's just I don't share it. What animal would I be obsessed with? I guess dogs, I suppose. Not overly so, but if there was any animal, it would be a dog. Well, well, well. Well, crap. He really is good at manipulating these balls. Hey, they are surprise clouds, so yes, you are. That's right. Tell me the secrets of your attack. Yep. Well, they call that a chain reaction. Is this your prized finishing move? Because I don't think that's what you meant. I thought he meant like a physical attack. Really? You just gonna use a pistol? You're out of your damn mind. Incompetent. Like I said, why would you follow him? Friendship's the only reason. Talk some sense to this dumbass. Hey, I don't know, man. Wind? He's not wrong about that. You do need to run. It's eventually going to hit a tree, right? Or is it programmed to avoid trees? He's moving fast. I know that's right. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yep, blown up. At least only one went explodey. He just wants to show off. Because it's about being fun, right? We're trying to have fun here. What is with this kid, man? Getting an awful damn lot of screen time. What are you doing? It's like some jacket, the beanstalk stuff right there. Got him a totem pole, so I guess they're supposed to be Native Americans. Hmm. This can get problematic really fast. I'm just chilling. Verth, huh? Apparently he knows everything you're doing. This kid constantly has a pissed off look on her mouth, right? Really? Apparently that's not your dad. You gonna let that kid say that shit? It's a really big pipe. Interesting. Feels like he was a guy. He was the god, man. Right. The gods must die. His name is Wiper. Interesting. So that old man's been out of power for 6 years. Yeah, he seems all right. Yeah, like you said, he's trying to walk the path in between. I agree. Take each other out. How dare you? Yeah. Well, that's true. That's actually a very good point. That is very true. Damn. I wonder if Japanese, or at least some Japanese, are obsessed with Native American culture the way we over here in America are obsessed with Japanese culture. I wonder if that's a thing. I never really thought about it before because Native Americans are fascinating. There's so many different tribes. Each one has their own culture. Fascinating stuff. You notice how often like a kid is an entry into a new culture on this show? They've done it several times now. One was a filler arc, but still. What was her name? Prees or whatever? Yeah. Too bad I can't breathe with all this hair in my mouth. Very disturbing. That's one of the worst character designs, man. I hate that ball of hair over his mouth. Man, they are battling. Jesus. They are not screwing around, man. So you must die then. Soft as butter. What's that old phrase? Softer than a baby's ass. You gonna help, Chopper? What's up? Yeah, maybe too late. Dive bomb. This is like basically this is a dogfight, you know. Too bad the birds get caught in the middle. This ain't time for flashbacks, old man. What? Oh, the random from the bird is just always funny to me. Yeah, shit. Yeah, but he needs to answer before he dies. Oh shit! Really? You just gonna kill God like that? I know he's retired, but still. Interesting. Yeah, we're finding that out with the balls. I assume we're gonna meet the new God one of these days. Jesus. I like how the you see the shape the water formed real quick. That's pretty cool. Boy, not good. Again with the bird. Yeah, you ain't jumping in with those sky sharks. I don't know, man. I think he's dead. Unless they avoid him, they're like the sharks won't eat him for some reason. You know, the night. You have to make a choice. And you call him an animal too, by the way. Chopper is a person. A-hole. Jump your ass in there. Damn you. Oh, crap, man. They are intimidating, though. Forced out. That's interesting. That's new information. You go, boy. The bird's impressed. Oh, that's right. The devil fruit. He can't swim. Zoran is their name for people who've taken the devil fruit. What are all the birds Zorns? Boy, that bird's way bigger than ours. Damn, dude. What an asshole. Did you just kill that bird? What, and this one thinks it's funny, huh? Unbelievable. Yeah, because everybody's just so damn strong, okay, or weak. What a moron. Life is about more than who's strong and who's weak. He's about his business. What the hell are you doing? Is she doing scientific analysis? Yeah. Yeah, no shit. It's a big damn tree, that's for sure. I can see your house. Huh, man, she climbed that far? I bet Robin helped her. Hey, show us what she sees. I hate it when shows do that. Pet peeve of mine. I'm sure I've done it in the past too. But, it's a classic trope. What? Really? You're holding out on us. Hurry up and rest. That's not really how that works. He's going to keep trying till he's dead, Luffy. Yeah, too many surprises. Well, shit. Guess we'll need a new boat. If we had just stayed on the damn boat. They're going to need a bird to come in and help them. Maybe that Sky Knight's bird will come rescue them. Are you leaving? Oh, he's justifying why he's going to murder them. I see. Well, crap. Man, I don't know how they're going to get out of this. I really don't. That happens so often on this show. He really knows how to set up a dilemma. Keep prancing. Oh, there we go. Somebody's sneaking behind him. What, you just going to sneak away? Yeah. Well, the priest didn't have intention on him at that moment, so that's good, I guess. That's what. Can he read your mind or can he see the future? I think he can see the future. Say, gotcha. Yeah, that's how you do it. The balls will fall apart. Yeah. Hey, that's pretty clever. I wouldn't have thought of that. Let go of the other end, dumbass. Oh, wait. I see what he's going to do. Hey, I called him a dumbass. This was the right thing to do. That's how you get this son bitch. Blow his ass up. Blow his ass up. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. See, I would have never survived. Because I would have let go of that other side, right? No, Luffy, sometimes his lack of foresight and thought, is that what Nami's saying? Is an advantage. There it is. Gotcha. Get it. There's no doubt, huh? I think there's always some room for doubt. Right. Makes sense. Right. I'm worried too. I think Luffy's alright. I mean, he could probably absorb an explosion. He's rubber. I don't know if the angel or the priest can. Yeah, apparently he did. I often say the same thing. You suck. You have failed this city. Yeah, look at him right behind him. Oh, he's riding him. Yeah. He's riding him. Dumbass. That is hilarious. My, the tables have turned. He is a doughboy. Bring him over here so I can kick his ass. Yeah. No, he will never do that. That's why he's a terrible leader. Yeah, it's on like Donkey Kong. How about we make an ordeal out of you? Yeah, ladies. Don't care about Chopper, apparently. You simp. Yes, he is. Yeah, he's got the tiger by the tail. That's right. He's got you now, bitch. Man, you were attacking 100 balls on one. So I'm saying I get tired of hypocrites talking about we suck or we're not being fair. How do you do that? Yeah, look at him sweating. Oh, that's right. Get over here, Sanji. Kick his ass. Yeah, that's the first degree crime. I wonder what it was. Too late. Oh shit, are we gonna cook you? That's the most chilling thing he's ever said. Close your mouth or the flavor will escape. That is terrifying. Yeah, he's coming for that big, round, fat ass. Close your mouth or the flavor will escape. That is a badass line. He's gonna stomp you out. Yes, it's gonna hurt, bitch. That's right. Concussion. He lost teeth. He lost consciousness. He lost his orbital bone. He lost about 6 skull fractures. And probably 20 intelligence points. And he didn't have that many to start with. That's how we leave it. That was badass. That redeems him a little bit, in my eyes. It really does. Very interesting. All right, well, I did pause halfway through and I had some thoughts about the animals and various companions and stuff, so I'll go ahead and hand off to that. I wanted to stop here and talk about this for a second because this freeze frame is just kind of interesting. First of all, I like the line, and it's a good shot. He's like literally standing on top of his animal. By the way, it just shows how big the birds are. When they're in motion, I don't know that we saw how big they are, but like here in this still shot, these birds are massive, man. Like it's like you look at one of their claws, and their claws are as large as like the human being. Their mouth, like the height of the person is the height of the head, right? From the you start with the beak and you go up to the back of the head. Like these things are huge. They're the size of a small passenger, like a jet, passenger plane, right? Like a private jet. They're the size of a private jet. Like they're massive animals. So that's interesting. I don't know that I really captured the scale before just now. because you see them in motion. There's this fighting happening. There's all this stuff happening. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is I mentioned how the author seems to be obsessed with birds, and clearly that's happening. That's going on. But there's another thing going on here. Like we see it repeated again and again and again and again. There's a relationship between an animal and a human being. We'll call them human beings. Some of these people are not necessarily completely human. I don't think these sky people are 100% human. Actually, I think what's been happening is they've been so interacting so much with the particle, the God particle or whatever we want to call it, the magic particle that creates the devil fruit, and I think also creates these magic clouds. That's my operating theory for now. They've been interacting with it so much it's actually changed them on a genetic level. Like their biology has changed because they've been interacting with this magic so much. But anyway, so you get these people, and you get a person, and you get an animal, and they have like a symbiotic relationship. It's more than just pet, and it's more than just companion. Like a dog would be a companion, a pet would be a cat, and I know dogs can also be pets, but just go with me on the relationship here. Dogs are more companions, cats are more pets, horses are more tools, and so the relationship between a person and an animal on this show, it's kind of all three and then more. It's like you're a tool. I mean, this is the creature I use to ride into warfare with. You're also a companion. I mean, some of these animals are clearly companions. But you're also a pet, but then you're also a friend of some sort. Like there's like this very intricate, complicated relationship, and you see it again and again. And also, these animals are more intelligent on this planet than they are on Earth. You had the duck that with Vivi, and then trying to think, we've seen it more than just Vivi's the one that stands out, and then these guys with their birds stand out. But we've seen it before that, and I can't put my finger on it. But those are two shining examples. Like her relationship with her duck. The duck was like another member of the crew. It was like a person, right? But it was also a tool. She rode it, and he was also a companion, and he was a friend, and he was a pet, right? Like so, he was a lot of different things. There needs to be a word that encapsulates all that. I don't really have a word, but maybe partner. Like they're literally like partners. It's like you're a cop and you have the same partner you ride with every day. You solve crimes together and stuff. Like that's kind of what these are. They're like partners, and so that's just an interesting thing that we've got going on here. And these Sky Knights have it, and I'm sure we're going to see it again. Like this is a thing that the author is doing that I find very interesting, and I'm keeping my eye on it. Just wanted to point that out while I was thinking about it.